Ladies and gentlemen, this is the commentary on John 19:34. It says, where Jesus was dead, they came and pierced him in his side, and blood and water proceeded forward. Well, we're going to talk about how the water adds up and what you're supposed to get out of this scripture. Let me just read you what's on the page. This is Pastor Mike giving y'all the goods. Here we go. Enjoy. Now, the water is probably the most controversial subject in all of the New Testament, easily. Oh, the water that came from Jesus' side was this. Oh, it could be that. Blah, blah, blah. Much talk, no truth. That is, until now. Friends, if the blood represented the sacrifice, the turn the other cheek, and the love side of God the Father, then the water can only represent one thing, his wrath. Or, did you not know that at one point, back in the days of Noah, God drowned everything on earth, except for 2 of every kind of animal, Noah and 7 others that were in his same family. In other words, the water should serve as a reminder of what can and will happen when God gets pissed. So catastrophic was the flood of Noah, the Bible actually mentions this coming of age, the apocalypse or judgment day that we call it, in direct relationship to the flood of Noah. But why is it important that we, as believers, know both sides of God, personality? Well, God needs to make this side of himself known in addition to his love, so that he can get the praise of being a just God on the side of heaven and on the side of the judgment of hell. You see, 2 things must happen in the court of law in order for our judicial system to go forward that we have today. For God the Father to get the praise that he deserves. Let me explain. When someone steals from someone else and is caught, our law here on earth says that both restitution and judgment must proceed and must be carried out in order for justice to be served. So God, in light of this process, is actually doing both deeds. We can look at heaven as the restitution part, where God gives his children back what the devil stole from us in the Garden of Eden, never to be interrupted by pride again, because everyone there would have already drugged their pride through the mud in the name of love for their enemies. This includes unfaithful spouses, etc. On the other hand, punishment will come in form of hell for those who refuse to carry their cross. Their worst enemy is their cross. And that is because their pride will remain, and they will never give themselves an opportunity or give their enemies an opportunity to destroy their pride. And they will naturally disqualify themselves for heaven as the bad seed. So there is more to the blood and water than you knew. This is Pastor Mike. This is a revelation given to myself and my wonderful wife, the lovely Mrs. Susan Caldwell, and my mother given name Travis Caldwell. Again, I go by Pastor Mike, related to Michael the Archangel in the Bible. I also go by King Troy, related to a king that is to rule in the new heaven and the new earth. God has shown us these things, and we just testify of them today. May those who have ears hear and believe, and also do the word of the Lord and be blessed thereby. May those who do not have